How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm pretty good. So watched Mr. Crockett last night. Holy crap, it was so good. Like edge of my seat kind of stuff. So I want to kick it off to you, Brandon. So I would love to know, back when you made the short film, did you already have the idea to kind of expand this into a feature?
Yeah, I did. We had a few options how I wanted to expand it, but it was definitely in the back of my head, especially once they said yes to the short. I was highly motivated to develop a feature.
Nice. And this is like your first feature film. So was this what was this like, working with a little bit of a bigger budget?
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. It was exciting. Obviously, it was a lot of hard work, but very grateful for the team I had around me, from Worthing Brooks to Josh, Sean, Jesse. As far as the producers, really helped me put everything together, all the key components. I mean, to work with a guy like Elvis is just a dream come true. I felt like Phil Jackson coaching Kobe Bryant, and I felt I could do no wrong on the court with that. And then like having an amazing actress like Crystalline, like when I first met her, and just like the vulnerability that she has on screen, it's just like something you aspire to have within an actor. And then Aiden here, I mean, definitely like the biggest head I ever met of any kid. But he's really talented. Actually, when him an audition, he was really like the closest to where like I'm like, wow, this sounds like my son. And so yeah, I grew to love
That's
him.
awesome. That's so great. Now, Elvis, I have to say, oh my gosh, you as Mr. Crockett was terrifying, but like somehow I still was like, yeah, this guy's kind of awesome still. So I'd love to know like what your inspiration for playing him was, and also, did you find him like to be a sympathetic character?
Yes, absolutely. Very sympathetic character. Uh, you know, I just really wanted to reading the script, but just spoke volumes. And I had a lot of questions that I needed to answer for myself, so I did. But I think once I met with Brandon, we sat down in LA and had some lunch and just having a conversation with Brandon and just really seeing his vision and him explaining what this meant for him and why he put this story together, just really helped me, ease into the character and be able to have a sort of like a foot into, okay, this is the direction we need to go. This guy really believes what he's doing. This guy means well, and he has a backstory. So just being able to do all the work that I needed to do before showing up to the set to start filming was very important for me. And working with Aiden was just remarkable. With Crystalline, with Jerica, all the actors, Alex, on the show was really, really, really wonderful to play with. So they made it a lot easier for me to play with because they brought their talent and they brought their they brought their own juices, man. So we just got together and made some beautiful gumbo.
Nice, that's awesome. Aiden, what did you think of Elvis as Mr. Crockett when he was in his full kind of getup? Was that kind of weird, or did you have fun doing that?
I had fun doing it because he wasn't really scary. It was just odd that he was like he was in the costume, and I really had fun making the movie and the experience with him. It was very fun.
That's awesome. And Chrislyn, I want to also talk about your character now. I think like her, she is such a pivotal, not only like part of the film, but just like one of the hearts of the movie. And I'd love to hear like your process of filming some of the more like emotionally driven scenes. Like I have to be careful how what I say as far as like spoilers or anything, but like you sure you know what I mean. That gut punch at the end.
Hmm.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was. I was really grateful for Carl and Brandon's vision and getting to have this rounded character that is Rhonda. Getting into the emotional stuff was, I'm an actor, that comes, you bring it immediately, the A game, I had to, because the script was so good, and I really wanted to be a part of creating a really great piece, so.
Nice. And just a question for the cast here. Now, what was your first impression of reading the script? Like, it's so far out there, but it's so awesome. Like, what did y'all think when you read that?
Holy fucking shit. What? He's doing what? He's saying what? He goes into where and comes out where? Going on here?
Yeah, it was so unnerving in the beginning to have to read what's happening to everyone. You're not seeing it. You have to read it. So very, very unsettling, which means it was good.
Before Major got hypnotized in Mr. Crockett's TV show, it was kind of easy to like go through all the stuff that he was going through because like it relates to my life. But the hypnotizing whatever, I had to focus a lot and I was confused because he kept going in and out of the hypnotizing, and it was really confusing.
Yeah, but I think you did a great job. It's so interesting, like, because there is such a great turn, and that's one thing I loved about this movie. It's such a wild ride. It's like it can turn on a dime, and I love movies that make you feel not settled. Brandon, would you say that like that's kind of what you're going for, like something that just doesn't feel like you're ever kind of on solid ground as far as like where the story's going or the characters?
Yeah, that definitely was a goal of mine, and even shout out to my co-writer Carl Reed. He really pushed me in a lot of that, especially because, like, I think with certain horror films, like you want certain things to happen at certain times, and often, and we're like, what can we really pack in to this story and to this film, while we're following Summer on her journey. So yeah, like we wanted just a lot of twists and turns, and just I guess with the just like how theatrical everything was. Yeah, overall, like not just a horror movie, but one an entertaining, fun movie. So
Yeah. And Brandon, for you, like your inspiration for the short film and obviously this, was it based on any kind of like weird, like, I mean, I love those kind of weird uncanny valley like kids shows. I mean, it's like some of
yeah.
it doesn't feel like it's actually kind of real in a way. I was wondering if like there was anything specific that you kind of based this semi
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, I'd say definitely Mr. Rogers, Sid and Marty Croft, McDonald's Land, Picture Pages, Reading Rainbow, like just like a mashup of all of that. Like extravagant set design, but a host guiding kids through thoughtful lessons. So
Nice.
With a very sick mind.
yeah, that's it. Yeah. Pee-wee's Playhouse, just
Oh yeah.
fun stuff.
Yeah, I remember Pee-wee being I mean, watching as a kid versus watching it now, it's such a different experience. Like, um, so and Elvis, just to pivot back to you again, I love your like performance is just so physical. Like you can tell every like syllable is well thought out, and just every gesture and little thing, it really brings his character to life. Like how much of that did you bring, and how much of that was kind of a collaboration between you and Brandon?
Um, I like Crystalline just pointed out, a theater background just really just sharpens your tools, and being in musicals, you're performing one-man shows on stage for an hour and 25 minutes with 20 different characters. And just my whole background as a dancer, I was able to bring all of that to Mr. Crockett's world. So, I just feel like I was so immersed in the character that, even when even when I just have to say a line like take a deep breath, it was not enough. I need to show you what taking a deep breath is, or
Nice.
if I'm showing up and I'm ready to dance with the kids, I'm not just gonna say let's dance. I mean, I'm not gonna say dance, I'm gonna also just dance with you. So
Yeah.
a lot of it was just being able to be handed by Brandon this world that allowed me to play. And, all those theater juices from the past just came to play in this one space. So, yeah, I think I was just had the freedom, and again, we had a very supportive team at Warner Brooks, Jenna, Sean, Josh Feldman, Carl, the whole team just really was supportive to allow me to just, be in the moment and allowed to just create and whenever there was something that was Brandon would there to direct and to give me and adjust and pull back here or go there, so it was a strong collaboration.
Nice. Now, did you feel like so Brandon, did you feel like any of his performances reined in a little bit, or was it like, okay, bigger, really take it over the top, or how was that getting that kind of level?
I think he was really good at judging when to go big and when to go smaller, and then also just to not be predictable. Because I feel like with this character, you could easily fall into being really predictable. But I think he did a good job and kind of like sometimes may have like moved like a snake, and then sometimes more like a lion, And so I feel like he was very good at judging and adapting and just overall reading how to approach even like the parents and the kids. So
Yeah.
Nice. So question for everybody, how would you all feel about a sequel? I know like nothing's of course been announced or anything, but like if there was, I'm not gonna say, but maybe it's left a little bit open. What do y'all think about that?
I would say like, I love working with this team and I would love to do it again.
Like we're all looking at you like,
Well, I think that's one of the great things that Brandon and Carl was able to do in the writing and in this character, that it definitely there's room, to expand, and there's room to grow and to tap into other storylines with Mr. Crockett. So if you're listening, grown-ups, you know who you are. And just being able to see the response from the general people, on different social media platforms, and just based on the trailer and how people are responding to that and this very unique story, I think that it's only right. Give them what they want.
yeah.
Brandon.
I think there's still more questions to be answered about the world and the
Yeah.
people in the first film, and I got questions still about Rhonda. So it would be fun, yeah.
Yeah, Aiden, what do you think? Do you feel like you'd be up for another one of these?
Yeah, I would totally be up.
Are you a fan of scary movies, Aiden? Is this really like your kind of genre, or?
Uh, I don't know how to answer that. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Hey, listen, you got a lot of time to figure out what's your thing, but y'all are so great in this, and oh my gosh, Brandon just did an excellent job, and I feel like when this comes out really like wide, which is October
11th on
or
Hulu.
October 11th. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, October 11th, like on Hulu. So awesome. It looks like I need to wrap up soon, but just a real quick last question. What would y'all want to be like the takeaway for this movie? Like what do you want an audience to kind of feel or to, get out of this particular project?
I would say watch your kids.
Mhm.
Definitely that. Watch what influences them, watch who's in their life, because you never know what path it could take them down.
Um,
Yeah.
Don't let your kids talk to strangers.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, I think that this film really touches on a lot of different topics, so I think that people will be able to take away various different takes on on life lessons. So I look forward to hearing what people take on.
Nice.
Cool.
Oh, me.
Yeah. Sorry.
I like that, one of the things about my character is she fights her biggest fear. And there's something really powerful in that message and facing that fear and dominating it. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. I like that. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. Like I said, it's going to be October 11th on Hulu. I'll link all that good stuff in the description. And again, I really appreciate taking the time to talk to me. This movie was awesome, very scary. And yeah, my fingers crossed for another one. So,
Are those DVDs behind you?
yep.
Yeah.
We got a lot of DVDs.
Oh yeah. I'm old school. I like owning my media, but I like streaming, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
So, but I hope this gets a physical media release as well.
Yep.
You got Lost Boys in there.
Oh yeah, of course.
You got Rosemary's Baby in there.
Yeah, absolutely. The new 4K that just came out.
Whatever happened to Baby Jane? You got that in there too.
Oh yeah, of course.
Not
That's
gonna
a
stop.
classic.
You're the real deal. You're the real deal, man.
Hey, I support y'all doing a remake of that. That would be cool.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
All right. Well, thanks so much again. And like I said, great film.